everyone, and welcome to Pridelands Conservancy in the Lapalala Private Nature Reserve. And the wild dogs have come back. Grant and Ben are on their way, so we're just giving you a quick update. They were last seen crossing this beautiful open clearing called Zebra Clearings here, and they moved, lots of things going on at the moment, and they moved sort of to the northwest, and we found dung and tracks, and then they went into a very thick block. So what we're going to do is we're waiting for them to come with the call-up equipment, and for once the lions are far away. The lions have gone east from here, so they've literally gone to the other side of Pridelands, so we're quite happy about that for this morning. And then the dogs are somewhere in this area here, so as soon as Grant and Ben arrive, we're going to move probably about 1 kilometer from where we're waiting now to a nice open area at the junction of two little river systems. And there's some nice open areas there. There's lots of tambuti thickets, and the dogs really like to sort of sleep in those tambuti thickets. So it's now a bit warmer, so they've probably stopped moving. So we're going to be hoping that we're going to catch them there. And of course, we have to say a very big thank you to Connie and Christina, who are part of the Painted Dog Pack. And they are very generously sponsoring not only the broadcast, but also the veterinary fees of the collaring of this pack of wild dogs. So hello Julie, hello Liz, Jason, Brandy, Guido, Mary, Karu, who else we got here? And if you know anyone who would like to watch this, of course, please share. So we'll just chat quickly now. We've got Yuka sitting with me. She's very excited. Yuka, have you ever collared a pack of wild dogs?
With you, once before.
Collared?
Yeah.
Which one? Were you the Thornybush one?
Yeah.
No.
Other farm there.
No, but we were moving them. Those were already collared.
Oh, we were just changing it.
You were just, yeah. Yes. Good morning, Giraffe Girl. I'm glad. Hello, Mim. Hello, Brandy. So good. I know it's probably an ungodly time for quite a few people. So thanks for joining us. Yeah, sorry. So there's two eco-training vehicles, or one eco-training vehicle and Anton up there with Morris, making sure that they don't come out of this area. We're watching the sort of eastern section of the area to make sure they don't come out here. So as I said, we're just waiting for Grant from Endangered Wildlife Trust and Ben from Wildscapes Veterinary Service to get here. They should be with us, what's the time now? Within the next sort of 25-30 minutes. And we've been driving around searching. We're very happy to find the fresh dung.
Glad to find the trucks improved.
Yes, because that means we know more or less where they are. I'd say the area they're in is probably about 350-400 hectares. So very, very exciting. I can see the vehicles, they're just patrolling around. And as I said, it's got quite hot already, so the dogs are probably snoozing, and there's quite a few big tambuti thickets at the top end of the drainage system, and we found the dogs sleeping in there quite a few times. So, and it's amazing. So as soon as the lions left, I mean, at one stage we had over 20 lions on Pridelands for a few days, 2 different prides plus the males. And when there's big populations or big groupings of lions around, the dogs tend to move out of the area. Now the lions have moved north and moved east, and it's amazing. This is the first day sort of we haven't had lots of lion roars around Pridelands. And the dogs are back. There we go. Brandy says it's 2:30 in the morning in Austin, Texas. Wow, good to have you there. Hello, Dusty. 3:30 a.m. in Michigan. Yeah. Mary, I also have a feeling Connie and Christine are sleeping at the moment. Hopefully they do wake up. What time is it here? It is 9:34 in the morning. So the dogs were first spotted at about 6:15, and were lost at about 7. We rushed out, but first things first, we had to get Grant and Ben mobilized. 1:30 a.m. in Colorado, 2:30 in Minnesota. Heidi says it's breakfast time here for me, so hello all. So we're very, very excited. There we go. Mandy in the UK, sensible time, 8:30 in the morning. Sorry, I just need to keep checking on the movement of everyone. You can come in, Ant. So Morris is also on in the block, the tracker. He's walking, making sure that he can, in case they are sleeping in this sort of the northern section, and also making sure they haven't crossed north out of the area. 5:30, love it. 3:30 a.m. 3:30 in Boston. 9:30 for Heidi. Yeah. So Heidi, are you in South Africa by chance? Because it's 9:34 here as well. And remember, guys, share, tag Pridens, tag the Endangered Wildlife Trust, tag Baluli Private Nature Reserve. If you know of anyone who might be interested in watching something like this. Now, of course, this is one of the Painted Dog specials, a conservation event, where we don't focus on just taking on a game drive and looking at all the beautiful things that are here, but we're actually going out with a purpose that is aiding conservation work, and particularly with our favorite animal, the painted dogs. And there are less than 6,000 painted dogs left in the wild in the whole of Africa. They are an endangered species, and very interesting little facts that a lot of people might not know, or a lot of you might know because you've heard me say it quite a few times before, is that South Africa is the only country in the whole of Africa at the moment with an increasing wild dog population. The EWT's Range Expansive program, the KNP, or Greater KNP Wild Dog Project, have been doing such a good job that we've actually got surplus dogs in quite a few areas, and they are being used for relocations into places like Mozambique, Malawi, hopefully Rwanda in the not too distant future. So it's a really, really incredible work. Now, Liz says, I got all your Facebook notifications, Brent. Mandy, how many dogs in this pack? 4 dogs. It's a relatively newly formed pack, and the female, the last time we saw her, was showing early signs of pregnancy. We haven't seen her for, when you saw her last, Yuka?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. So if those early signs are coming on, we should start being able to see quite a bit more of a belly on her, which is very, very exciting. So hopefully, touch wood. Where's the big tree? Touch the big tree. Big piece of wood for lots of luck. That they are going to den on Pridelands as well. Now, as I said, we had quite a lot of lions for a short period of time. Normally, we don't have that big pride of lions constantly here. They move in and out. We have a small sort of resident pride of lions. So the pack is made up of two females, 2 males. I've actually, let me think about this quickly. Oh. Yes, lots of love and celebration to all the doggy champions. So there's a lot of hard work that goes into something like this. Now, what makes collaring a pack like this really important is they are on the peripheries of the wilderness area, which we are in here in Baluli, and the sort of more commercial farming areas and whatnot. And the collars have been incredibly instrumental in keeping wild dogs safe, particularly for 2 reasons. One, from collar data, EWT and particularly Grant in this area are able to know when an animal has been snared. The way the dogs move, and their movement completely changes when one of their pack members is snared or injured. So they are able to then react to that and hopefully get to those animals before they die. The second thing is, I have a phone call coming in, which I can't take right now. It's not a number I know, so it's obviously not Grant or Ben. So those are the only 2 numbers I want to take calls from at the moment. So the really important thing is, now I've lost my train. Oh yes, it can also forewarn people like Grant and the different wardens and managers in an area if the dogs are going to go into a high snaring zone or a dangerous zone for those animals. Hi Margot, who's watching in Greece. Okay, I see we've got... Ah. Hello, buddy. We're live, so go ahead. Yes. So it's Tristan, everyone. Tristan's coming through from the Sabi Sands. He's hoping to get here in time. So we are waiting for Ben and Grant. We found tracks and dung, and they're in a block. We're just waiting to do a call up now. Okay, perfect. Just get a hold of Grant and Ben there. You should be at about the same time as them. Cheers. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh no, now I've lost VM because someone called me. So if anyone's got any questions, now's a really good time to pop your questions in. Let me just get VM back on comms. Jason says, hurry up, Tristan. Heidi, is the wild dog population constant or ever increasing? Well, for many years it's actually been decreasing. Wild dogs are faced with a huge amount of threats, both from naturally and from human beings. So as a natural sort of threat to wild dogs, the biggest threat is actually lions. Lions do kill wild dogs quite regularly in the wild. However, that is a natural process and that's not something we would ever interfere with. Now, the bigger threats that faced wild dogs, particularly at the moment, is snaring. So wild dogs are massively free roaming. The average size for a pack in the greater Kruger, and that's taking all the different packs, obviously some packs have bigger home ranges, some have smaller home ranges, is anything from 40 to 60,000 hectares. Now, to put that into acres for you guys, so 40 is about 80, just over 80,000 acres, up to 120,000 acres. In other parts of Africa, they can have home ranges as big as 300,000 acres. Now that's all dependent on prey density and information like that, and lion density also plays a part to how wild dog packs move. Now what's happening now is that there's 30, gotta remember this, there are 37 packs currently in Greater Kruger. So that's the Kruger National Park and the APNR, the Associated Private Nature Reserves, which Baluli is one. So those packs are now getting to a point where the dispersals, so how wild dogs form new packs, normally you'll have 2 to 3 individuals leave a pack of the same sex, and they literally have to find another dispersal of the opposite sex to form a new pack. And that's what's happened with this pack here. So this is a relatively new pack. We're still trying to figure out exactly where they came from, because they didn't disperse from the packs that we do see sort of to the north and east of us. So it's very, very interesting to see where and try to figure out where exactly these packs come from. Brandy, do we have an idea of which wild dog we are collaring? That'll be up to Grant and Ben. It will not be the alpha female, so it'll be one of the other 3. A couple of reasons you don't want to dart an alpha female, especially at this time of the year. She's pregnant, number 1, almost certainly at this time of the year. Number 2 is that she will have to spend quite a bit of time underground and in a den, and the collar might affect her. And wild dogs being such a close-knit community, it doesn't really matter which individual that you collar, because they very, very seldom, once their pack is set, will they split away from each other. So back to Heidi's initial question. So snaring at the moment after COVID has played a very big problem, particularly on the boundaries of the Kruger towards the southeast of us. A lot of people lost work and whatnot during the pandemic, which has caused them to look to nature for food. So wild dogs aren't an intended target species for snaring, but because they move and cover such great distances, they often, like quite a lot of other predators, hyenas, leopards, lions, and other animals, are inadvertently caught in snares that are meant for things like impala, bushbuck, warthog. So that is one of the bigger problems facing them at the moment. And then disease, particularly canine diseases, so rabies and distemper, can cause complete wipeouts of a pack. And that's because they have such, as I said, they're such a close-knit community, and a lot of their sort of really important behavior, greeting ceremonies and whatnot, require sort of touching, licking and whatnot, and so distemper and rabies is transmitted by saliva, so they can wipe out an entire pack quickly. EWT has been doing inoculations on them. Didn't hear what was said there. It's Morris. Morris, go again. Morris is our tracker, or Pryden's his tracker.
Morning, Brett. I walk all the way from Shonalanga by western side of Marshall Road. I'm at Toronto Marshall now. I'm no tracks. I'm sure this Madashta somewhere south, maybe on Broadway side.
Copy, thanks very much, Morris. Yeah, last Nkonzo went east off western fence line between Ndlovu North and South. I think they're Lala in those thickets there. Okay, so Morris is now checked on foot. He's probably just over here somewhere. Copy, thanks, Morris. Yeah, I'm on zebra clearings at the moment.
Morris, I copy you, thanks.
So, very important. Dogs versus hyenas. Equal numbers, who wins the kill? It depends on who's more motivated. Dogs have very, very effective sort of defense strategies against hyenas, biting them on the bum. And also depends how hungry they are or how desperate they are for the food. If they're not too hungry, they'll abandon the kill quite easily. But if they are hungry, they will persevere and keep the hyenas away. Sorry, that was Ben. Okay, so guys, I've got to do a bit of running around and whatnot. So what we're going to do is we're just going to close the broadcast quickly while we get prepared for Ben and Grant to come in. And as soon as they're here, we'll be going live again. So hopefully we will. Okay, so to give you a little idea about what it's like to be on a live collaring, we actually got something prepared for you. Well, VM has. And it is the highlights package of the last live collaring we did on Thornybush Private Game Reserve. Enjoy. Be 500 meters from where we are now. But yeah, so this is just a quick update. Hello, Grant.
Morning.
What's that, Grant?
Yeah, so this is our new collar, the GPS tracking collar that we're obviously trying to put on the dogs today. We're going to be collaring as many packs as we can over the next year.
It's going to be very exciting.
And they have come into conflict because they're moving outside the boundaries of protected areas. So another very important pack to get the collar on, and yeah, hopefully we have some luck with finding them.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of rain over the last 48 hours.
80 mils in this area.
Yeah, so which is very good for the bush, but then carnivores aren't moving when it's raining that much. So a bit of a curveball to find them, but we'll keep trying this morning and hopefully have some luck to fit this collar on this afternoon.
Oh, welcome back, everyone. This is the real deal. We've just got a report that the dogs have been seen. It's been a long day and we're getting a little bit worried, but the dogs have been found and it looks like they are in a really good signal area. And a massive thank you to everyone at Thornybush Private Game Reserve who've allowed us to come on with Grant from the Endangered Wildlife Trust to do the world's ever first live wild dog collaring. This is a world first. So if anyone is not watching you think should be watching, share this link right now. And obviously once we slow down, there will be some time to answer questions. Good dogs in the bum. This has never ever been done before. This is a world first. The first ever live collaring of an African wild dog. Awesome. So we're just going to head out here. There's a nice big clearing near the dam there. But we just want to move away from where that big herd of elephants is coming. Nice big open area. Nothing's going to surprise us. Oh, there's the rest of the pack coming off here. So we're actually following the pack. The pack are also moving away from the elephants. Oh my absolute goodness. Incredible. Absolutely incredible, guys. Another world first with Endangered Wildlife Trust. We've done a few world firsts together, Granty. Yeah. So we just heard the rest of the pack is right here, just beyond this marula tree behind us, and they've just made another kill. So she'll find them very, very quickly. There's less than 200 meters between her and the rest of the pack. There we go, guys. Oh, oops, and off she goes. And perfect direction, straight towards where the pack is. So we've just found the pack. We found the pack of wild dogs. Incredibly exciting. They're coming back towards the road. We've possibly got our first sighting of wild dogs on Pridelands. They appeared at the Eco Training Camp Dam. Oh, the guys in front of me, you can see it. Hold on, everyone. There. going to try stick with one of the dogs.
They're hunting, right?
Yeah. I can smell something like a steamboat. we are live now. There's a pile of sleeping puppies behind us. We're very excited to send them out into the wild. When you're out in the bush and you often can't get things, and also when budgets are tight, you make a plan, and that's what we've done. We are out dehorning rhinoceros today. They're on the fence line at the moment. Let's hope they take us on a wild ride. Relocated the pack, made an impala kill just off Mamba Krunkel, but it is nearly finished now. So exciting time, we found the pack and it looks like they're on the hunt. They've just woken up, quite a chilly morning. So as you know, we could be in for some pandemonium this morning with these puppies. We've relocated the dogs. It looks like they've already made a kill. It's there, the kill's there. I'll update in a second. Pack are starting to get mobile, no direction yet, they're still just greeting.
Hey my love, how are you? Did your broken part say I do by the house we left, falling asleep in a car on a one-way? Now we're both crying now, every brick we stacked falling down in a place I loved, bleeding it out through the heart. Let's die somewhere we were start. You'd say to make me laugh is a time and place I can't get back in an hourglass. I cannot turn upside down. flashes of lightning paint the sky and burn it out. In the bulrushes, no basket found, and the place I've gone sang itself out like a song. Well, don't look at me like I'm wrong. Don't look at me like I'm wrong. I would fight for you if I could win. I would die for you, live in sin in a place I loved, bleeding it out through the heart, dying somewhere we were stars.
Good morning from a misty Lapalala wilderness. We are very, very excited to be here for the release, the live release of the Lapalala pack of dogs out into the wild. Now, you might have seen there's a retired impala behind me. And remember, in conservation, sometimes certain animals have to be used from the culling quota for situations like this, so its life is not in vain. We're going to follow the guys. We're going to go take the carcass up towards the dogs. They're going to get very excited because they're getting another free meal. It's going to be their last free meal for a while, and then we're going to drag the carcass out to a tree and tie it there to lure the pack out. Now, we might start hearing the dogs start chittering with excitement and getting very, very ready. Look at them, they're coming, starting to charge in. What we're going to do is we're just going to wait here while the guys open the gates. Isn't this absolutely exciting? There you go. I'm just going to watch carefully. Look how big the puppies have got. Isn't that absolutely spectacular? Kalena, yes, no lions this time. For the last wild dog release, we had female lions arrive. We're hoping that doesn't happen today. Well, we know it is. We've checked around, no lions close by. Okay. So you can see the dogs are completely comfortable with humans. They're very, very excited for their free meal. Exactly, Kurt. Thank you, Impala. Velma, I'm glad they don't retire me that way. So, for the last while, the dogs have been used to the impala being dragged into there, and you'll see they might come running up now, thinking they're going to get a free meal. You can see the adults coming much closer. Isn't this absolutely riveting? Hopefully they don't manage to steal the impala before it gets to the tree. So this is going to be a little bit different from what they're used to. So let's start moving, Brian. Let's start moving back to the vehicle. Some of the adults have come out, but the adults are out, the adults are out, the adults are out. They're following the carcass. Isn't this absolutely incredible? Remember this, guys, this is live. Janet, the wild dogs are not a threat to human beings. There's actually never been a recorded case of a wild dog attacking a human being in the wild. Okay, let's get ready, let's go jump in the vehicle, and let's give them as much space as possible as they need to get out. Okay, here we go. So the guys are just fixing that carcass to the tree so the dogs are unable to pull it back into the boma. Of course, the boma has been their safe space for the last few months. Oh, I love those sounds. Here they come, here they come. The pups are coming out as well. It looks like almost the whole pack. There's still a few pups stuck inside. Hopefully they'll be able to figure out how to get out. So this is the first steps in many months. Here comes the first puppy coming to join the adults, and the second. And the third puppy's found its way around, and it looks like the others might follow now. Look at that. So some of the puppies have not managed to come out. So the guys are going to just try help show them where the gate is. Now you can possibly just start hearing some faint woo calling in the background. It's the alpha female trying to call the pups out. There we go, the puppies are coming down towards the open gate now, following mom the alpha female, has been calling for them. Here come the 3 brave pups. There we go. He went out, but let's just, it looks like, here we go. The rest of the pups are coming towards the gate. They're just in the corner at the moment. Come on, don't go through the fence. No, they're going through the fence. They've decided that's the shortest route to the adults, and obviously they're small enough and the electric fence has been turned off, so they're not getting shocked or anything, so don't worry about that. There we go, 13 pups and 10 adults. There we go, lots of the pups now coming straight through the fence. This is incredible. Now you are watching these puppies' first ever steps into the wild. They were born inside the boma, and this is now their first ever steps out into the wild. Exactly, Shamsan. The shortest way is the easiest, and if you're as small as a puppy, you can just sneak through the fence. When the electricity's off, of course. It shouldn't be too long. I think there's only 4 puppies left inside. Now, of course, wild dogs have a very high mortality rate in the wild. Depending on the area, it can be as high as 80%. There we go, 1 puppy. There come the last of the puppies. I think that's everyone. Oh my goodness, I think that is the whole pack out into the wild. Just listen to all those wonderful sounds. Brian, it looks like the pack is now they're alarm calling at their saviors, but they've finished that impala and they're about to run off into Lapalala wilderness. And this is such an important pack in terms of genetic diversity in wild dogs in South Africa. And look at that. They look quite excited to be out of the boma. But of course, no more free meals. Now, a lot of people get quite worried that if an animal's been in a boma for such a long time that they're going to struggle to hunt. That is not true. They have instinct that is completely hardwired into them, and they will be hunting, I'm pretty sure, maybe even this morning. Oh, oh. So finishing off the scraps of that impala carcass. And they get to explore their new home. There we go, exactly. As Glenn says, room service is now done. So Julie, these pups would already be old enough to be out of the den. They would not be based in a den at this age. They would be free roaming with the adults. And the adults have been free roaming their whole lives. So they have experience with other predators, and they're going to have to impart that experience onto the pups. Oh, there's lots of begging now for the pups because they were late to get to the kill. They're, please, please regurgitate, come quickly, regurgitate, I'm still hungry.
You know, we were very worried in 2018. We were down to just 5 individuals. And, you know, through hard work and educating landowners and farmers in the area, we're now up to 42 dogs. So we've increased this population from 5 in 2017 to 42 now. That's including the pups. With the adults, probably you're looking at about 28 dogs, if I'm not mistaken.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and recently, actually, while these dogs have been in the boma, we found another pack in the area that had successfully raised pups, so we were very excited about that. 4 adults, about 60 kilometers from there, had 7 pups.
What is the cost of having so many collars?
Very, very expensive. I mean, a satellite collar would cost you about 30,000 Rand.
So about $2,300, somewhere around there.
And we've got 3 satellite collars on this pack. There goes the last one with some...
There we go, running. Oh, we've still got a few bouncing about.
But yeah, it's a very expensive exercise.
So my name's Mike. I work for the Wildlife Act, so we're a non-profit NGO based mainly in Zululand, so with the main aim of keeping track of wild dogs. So yeah, hopefully a bit of my expertise will help me keep track of these ones.
Lapalala has just gone from strength to strength since you guys have started. I mean, originally just rhinos.
Yeah, the reserve, it's about 40 years old now since they started the reserve, and initially, I mean, rhinos were one of the main sort of focus points, but in the last 4 or 5
Anton. He turned his radio off. Yeah. He's turned his radio off.
I'll mix a dart for the camera.
Are we live? Oh, sorry guys. I must have lost VM there for a second. Welcome guys. We've got Grant and Ben here. We just need to get one more thing out of the Grant's car. We'll just ask.
Station, please repeat.
I'm trying to get hold of Anton.
Thank you, Ben. I can try and quickly for you. Anton, great. I can copy you both.
Anton, can you ask Eugenie to get Ben's wake-up bag out of the back of Grant's car, and then you can follow us in and park next to us.
Copy.
Okay, so I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. So we are. Well, Anton said I was being too confident. That I'm 99% sure that the dogs are in this block here. Standing by, Leonard.
You guys operating inside?
I affirm, yeah, we're between Ndlovu North, Ndlovu South, and the Western Fence.
So what do you guys got there?
We're with EWT trying to put a collar on that pack of 4 dogs.
Okay, quick question. Why was on the performance operation?
I informed Ian. Copy. Apologies. Okay, we're here now, so what we're doing is we're going to try position ourselves here where there's quite a nice open area facing towards the west where we think the dogs are sleeping. And we're going to start doing a call up. Let's get us into a good spot here.
Right, stand on. There's nothing happening. They're just looking around. We'll let you know.
It's a nice open spot, so if they do come out of the block towards us, Ben should have a nice easy shot. Okay. Okay, well, Grant's getting the speaker kit ready. I'm just gonna go give this other radio to the other vehicle, and we're gonna go into our private channel so we don't get lots of people talking at us.
Right, and our meds are ready.
Good. I'm gonna give the microphone, I'm gonna pop the microphone in between Grant and Ben. They can explain what they're doing while I go swap radios around. Wait 1 second.
Alright guys, so yeah, we've got our dart ready. This is a half cc, half inch Matsumi dart. They're actually locally made. And today I'm using a combination of butorphanol, midazolam and medetomidine. I can tell you guys the doses more or less, but it doesn't really matter. But 10 milligrams butorphanol, 5 milligrams midazolam, and then 1 milligram medetomidine. Very light dart. They fly quite nicely as well. Very short needle, you know. Wild dogs, they don't have a lot of body fat on them. They're very muscular, and their bones are also quite prominent. So you want to be very careful with your needle length and your how hard you hit the animal. We luckily haven't had issues before, but it does come up from time to time. But that's why we make sure we use these really small, low impact darts on the dogs. And then yeah, Grant's I think getting our call up kit ready, our Fox Pro. We're gonna just play a who call or a contact call and see if we can get them coming in. It's 10:30 in the morning, so we've I don't know, Grant can tell us a bit more, but they probably have relaxed now for the day, find a shady spot, and hopefully we can get them to come out from there. Grant, what do you reckon? You think we're in luck?
Yeah, so they obviously Brent and them got tracks and fresh scats very early this morning, not very far from here. It seems like they hadn't successfully killed this morning, so they should be lying in just in the drainage line just in front of us here. The contact or who call is very successful in getting them to come out of a dense area that we can't get into. So we're going to play the who call and hopefully call them closer so that Ben can get a dart in for us to be able to put the GPS tracking collar on.
There's a question for you, Ben, from Julie. If a dog is hit with a dart and takes off and you lose sight of it and can't find it, does the drugs eventually wear off, or do they have to have an antidote?
No, so this combination is actually quite a safe combination in terms of that. So once the dart's in, it usually takes anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes to take full effect to the point where they're mobilized and we can safely approach them. But if we don't find them, they start waking up after about 45 to 50 minutes. About an hour and a half, they should be standing and mobile. So in that sense, it's quite safe if we don't find the dog and they do go lie down, that they'll be up again in an hour and a half. Temperature is a big issue. You know, if a dog falls asleep in the sun and we can't find it, that's a big issue. They overheat quite quickly. We've got a bit of cloud cover today and it's not too hot, but it's always something you worry about. And then obviously also we're in a big farm area. There's lions around, there's hyenas, not so much in the day now, but there's elephants also around. If they come across a sleeping wild dog, then it's toast. And that's also another reason why we have all these people behind us here. If we do dart a dog and we don't find it, then we can actually send out a team of people just to try locate it. We've been quite lucky. I don't think we've ever lost a dog, not physically lost, but you know, can't find it after darting. Grant's had a few incidences before though, but we generally hope to find them. Yeah.
Oh, I'm on the wrong channel.
Technical issues here with the batteries being flat. They were fully charged, but they have gone flat, so I'm just changing the batteries.
I'll have a look there quick, Grant. It's sometimes just temperamental, that thing, eh?
Yeah, it looked good when I tested it earlier. It looked fine. Now it's not switching on.
Got some spare batteries, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, we can always just go grab your car, Grant. Right, starting there loaded, that's safe.
Hope everyone at home is practicing their who calls in case Grant can't get the speaker working.
Is it this thing?
Everyone is going to have to do their own who calls. Who, who. We know Yuka. All we need to do is tell Yuka to say food, and it sounds like a wild dog's who call. Hey, Yuka. Yuka's complaining she doesn't have a microphone, so she can't defend herself. That's on purpose. That's on purpose, Yuka. Who else we got here? Hi, Sue, Mims, James, Richard, Jason in Michigan, Carol, Annie,
This or that?
Zygot, Heidi, Cat 3. Heidi, yeah, sometimes they are quite difficult to find, particularly this year. We've had a lot of late rain, so the grass is quite a lot thicker and greener than it normally is at this time of the year.
It's just dropped. There's the battery.
Yeah. Do we have spare batteries?
The batteries are fine.
I'm going to turn it off.
There we go. Spare. I heard some Franklin's alarm calling now. They literally could be lying within 50 meters of us, and then there's in this long grass.
Battery died.
Nope.
How many batteries have you got in there?
I've got 2.
Let's try them, but they're quite low.
Yeah, that thing's got. I don't know if these hold on new batteries.
Otherwise, we can just go grab your car quick, Grant.
Let's play it off the.
Yeah.
What does it need?
Out as well.
Oh, it's played off the car itself, not off.
Yeah, let's do that. Let me go grab
You're
it.
gonna back your car to me?
Yeah.
Were those the ones that were in there?
No. These are in the box, yeah. So let's.
Those look like new ones. These ones, yeah.
Well, maybe while you go get your car, Grant, I'll
Yeah.
quickly try.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run across quickly.
Yeah.
These waters are usually good though, but this Fox Pro just sometimes shows full battery and then it just crashes.
Caro says they sound a bit like capuchin monkeys. I've never heard a capuchin monkey call before, so I can't verify or deny. Yes, Margot, who was with Grant and us last year with the whole remembering wild dogs, we told a funny story. So Grant has 2 daughters and they're quite big fans of Beyonce, and we were sitting in his car doing a call up for wild dogs, and he wasn't concentrating, didn't push repeat or whatnot on the radio, and Beyonce started blaring at full volume across the bushveld.
Oh, those batteries are also battery always good. And a couple more, yeah. Try again.
So even that short call might bring them in, so we're keeping our heads up. You can hear some woodpeckers in the distance. But it's a really good day for this. It's nice and cool. Even though the sun's out, there is a bit of cloud around, but the temperatures are not
it's
not hot.
It's a very nice day for working. It's a public holiday as well.
It is a public holiday. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
It is Freedom Day. Hopefully we don't have to go try pull Grant out in a tiny Suzuki. That would be quite funny. I don't know if we'd manage.
No.
We'd have to use Anton's Land Rover.
No. We should be fine. He's got a brand new car from the Ford Wildlife Foundation.
Yeah, true.
So, and it's got 4x4.
Oh, his last one didn't have 4x4.
No.
Yeah, it's upgrade. Indeed, Sarah. I'm sure there were many guides, being us mostly, who were sitting next to Grant laughing as Beyonce started blaring through the bushveld. Fortunately, we weren't filming that day. Otherwise, we would have actually been struck off. YouTube would have stopped us, you know that, for copyright issues. Here comes Grant. He's welcome to come join. Okay. Okay. So it looks like you need to take your batteries back to the shop.
Yeah, absolutely. Just want to see if this is a bit better. No. No. That's fine. Grant's car's a lot louder anyway. So Brent, is this the last place you saw trucks coming in?
No, so the trucks came in this direction from the opposite. So the boundary, the western boundary, is probably about 1.2 k's straight west from here.
Yeah.
And the trucks came in heading east, literally directly towards this area.
I see. Okay. Oh guys, sorry about that. It's difficult when you always have so much technology that you need to use in the bush. And these things
We have to get VM to set up a speaker system in the Badger.
Absolutely, yeah. That actually works the best when you run it off a vehicle, then you don't have all these other little glitches.
Let me just go.
Just there for now.
Okay, so a plan has been made. Here we go.
Oh, you even brought a pillow for me to dump to.
Oh, I did.
Very kind of you.
Otherwise VM will be very upset with us if we don't.
Are they VMs?
Yes, the mic batteries.
Oh jeez, okay, I'll put them here, let's take them out as well.
The energizers. Marcel, how many did you have with you? Four. Yeah. Perfect, thank you.
If we had an air to ground, we could ask these planes to quickly look for us.
I know. There was a student flying in one of those those little batwalks this morning, and I was like, yo, I wish I knew he was flying that airplane.
Yeah.
To come look, because he was literally flying lines up and down over us. So the wind's perfect at the moment. So we think the dogs are up in front of us. So the wind is actually taking the sound towards where we had last tracks.
There's a road going up this drainage to the north here. Eh?
And to the south.
Okay.
And then they both join on the western fence.
Yes. Oh.
And Morris, the tracker, has walked this drainage.
Okay.
And he was checking to make sure they haven't disappeared south. KZN dogs.
The call?
No, there's a yellow-fronted tinkerbar that calling. So that calls from KZN. Well, at least for most of you in the States, it's not 2:30 or 1:30 in the morning anymore. It's getting closer to a more civilized hour to be watching something. Alarmo, we are playing a recording of a vocalization of contact calls. You can see Marcel's panning nicely. I hope you guys are looking for those big round ears. Thank you so much, James. And of course now, well, that's everyone is arriving. A big thank you has to go out to Connie and Christine, who have kindly donated all the costs associated with collaring these dogs. In our experience, the best way to make a call-up work is to bet Grant it won't.
What's your plans, Grant? You reckon we must move up a bit? You reckon we must move up a bit?
Oh yeah, all the way. That's where the power line is.
It's less than a K.
To the fence?
And Morris trackers check to make sure they haven't gone north, and there's no evidence really both sides. Connie on her way, thank goodness. Linda in California says it's 5 to 2 in the morning for her.
5 to 2.
Karoo,
That's
5
indication.
5 to 4.
Yeah.
It's 5 to 11 for us.
Yeah.
Sounds like a World War II alarm.
Yeah, does it?
It's like a bomb, air raid siren. So that's a lone dog contact calling.
The scheduled flights coming in now, I think.
Off to London coming.
I don't know, it might
No, London, not
be
London
far
here.
from
This
where-
is
It'll be Asia.
no,
No?
Middle East, Dubai.
Yeah.
On the left is the Dyker.
A Dyker.
Running there.
Well, if a Dyker's running, maybe it's because it saw a dog.
Leonard.
Yeah. So a duiker just came running out of the block, and it's the block where we think the dogs are. So, oh dear, how did that fall down there? Oh, Grant, switch off quickly.
Switch off.
Something's being killed.
Yeah.
You got your fire? Okay, duiker or steenbokkie.
You wanna jump on? Yeah, Grant.
You wanna jump quickly? So you said one duiker ran. That sounds like either a duiker or steenbokkie being killed. Now, of course, it could be a leopard. You never know.
You never know.
Sounded like it was just the other side of this big scotia. For the aardvark holes. And you can see how high the grass is still. With a small animal like that, they'll kill it very quickly, or whatever it was might have killed it very quickly. There's a big stump there, it should be okay. Looks like it's just a marula stump. Those are nice and soft. It was around here somewhere. Sure.
Yeah, a little bit
Looped down towards the drainage.
Yeah, I had a bit of a feeling.
You think that's side, Trusty? Yeah. I know if Ant, you want to go around that way and we'll come from the top. I was somewhere here. Or if you want to check west, then I'll check to the south.
Could also be a python.
Yeah, it could be a python. It could be a.
Dead like this.
You don't hear any other audio. Huh?
So we saw a duiker run past, and then
later we heard
it sounded like either duiker or steenbokkie dying. This is not our favorite block to off-road in. There's a lot of stumps left by the ellies here. Oh, what's happening here? Let's see. I think it's just sorted out now. That first duiker we saw came through from this area. is where the cars are. Thick. Let's see if I can figure out what's happened with the chat. It's just frozen. Oh, VM. No, VM's on it. Some horrible pornography bot found our chat stream. And Julie also on it. Oh. Oh.
Still live.
Yeah. What do you think?
It was very strange. I don't know, python.
I think
python or a
I would have gone
sneaky leopard.
I would have gone with sneaky leopard. That didn't quite get the grip right.
It was wild dogs. It definitely would have been more commotion and noise.
Yeah, we would have heard them talking.
Yeah.
Listen for a second. Yeah, we definitely would have heard the dogs if they were feeding.
Yeah.
What do you want to do, Grant?
I think let's loop back to the car and carry on calling. Eh?
Oops. Anton. We've got nothing this side. I'm suspecting it might have been a leopard. We can't hear any sounds of the dogs feeding, so we're going to head back to the vehicle and start calling again.
Okay, cool. I got myself into something. Watch out, just on a bit of way.
Copy. Yeah, that's where the badger wins hands down, sneaking through thickets. I can't remember. Cheap ones. We buy, when people's tires become too tired for the road, we buy them. Yeah. Because the amount of off-roading we do, buying a new pair of tires doesn't work. So as soon as they start getting punctures, we tube them. And shame, the guys at the tire shop, we bought I think one new tire in like 3 years because we were desperate. And they were convinced. I think we got like 60 mils of rain the day we bought a new tire. Whoops, that's a bigger stump. I think that was a sneaky leopard. Drive. You can see here on the edge of the Sodic site there's little things we don't want to drive there. Oh, we got half a sickle bush in the front of the car. The dogs would have also heard that, I think.
Absolutely.
That Dyker or Stenbocky distress call. go remove the tree from the front of the car.
Just go say hi to Leonard.
I think he's on the vehicle, Dan.
Oh, is he on the vehicle?
I see Linnaeus there with Ruger.
Oh, okay.
Okay. There you go. Whole sickle bush.
Yeah, they're horrible for the bush, eh?
It's a good thing. So there's plans on we're going to do some clearing. So the reason we've got these sickle bush thickets and that is because the elephants weren't here for so long. And unfortunately when sickle bush gets a certain age, elephants just stop eating it. It's not tasty to them anymore. Okay, oh dear. Yeah. Okay, let's restart everything now quickly. Hit that button. Open that one first. Let's check. Grant's going to start.
Okay, you ready? I'm going to
Yeah.
start again, eh?
Okay, everything should be coming back up. I should be getting all your questions again soon. I think that was a leopard. It's that wah, wah. Apparently there was a caterpillar on here somewhere. I think we lost it. Hopefully it's not a hairy one that's gone somewhere uncomfortable. Fuses.
I see.
Okay. This tablet is being very slow today. There we go. And you'll notice Grant's only using single dog calls. You're only using single dog calls, not big pack calls, because they're a small pack. If they herd a lot of dogs, it actually might do the opposite and chase them away. Oh, excuse me. Okay, there we go. I think I got everything working again. I did it, made it too big. Hello Connie and Christine, I hope she's also there. And again, a big thank you to Connie and Christine who are sponsoring the costs associated with darting and putting the collar on this pack of wild dogs. If I was the dog, I'd get a gun and shoot the speaker, says Zygot. So obviously, there is a time where we might have to call it just from a heat point of view. But we've still got a little bit of time that we can keep trying. There's some water at the top of this. There's some pans, and that's where the last tracks were.
Excuse me, sighting was.
So there's some pans near where the last tracks were at the top of this drainage system. I don't know if you want to go.
I was looking at the map now. It might be a good idea.
Yeah, there comes Anton.
We can always follow you, Grant, or you can follow us. I think calling while we're driving might also excite them a bit.
They're moving dogs rather than dogs, static dogs.
What do you reckon? We go on the road then, so Grant can follow.
We'll cross through here onto the road just over here.
Yeah, because we got about another 20, 30 minutes with the heat.
Yeah. Let them know what we're up to.
Okay. Got a feeling they're right in the corner, Grant. Got a feeling they're right in the corner.
So we're going to go around to the south.
Is there any water in this pan?
Buff pan's empty.
So that's empty.
That's empty. The water is pan.
Okay.
And the last pan was right there.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's slip around there.
Cool. Yeah, let's go that way. Wind's changed a bit as well. It's pushing.
Yeah, I'm pushing that one.
Wait, so we'll go around south. Okay. We're on the move again. Oh, sorry, Grant.
Thanks.
Can I hold anything for you?
No, all good. So I was really enjoying my sleep in this morning. Charles was up early and he phoned me. He's like, "Look at the Prideland sightings group. The dogs are there." Yeah, I have lost my sunglasses. I'm sure they're in here somewhere. No, they are.
All systems go.
So the wind's changed also a little bit since we
Nice breeze actually.
yeah, since we started, and it was sort of blowing from west to east in the beginning. It's now sort of coming from the south to the north. I wonder where Morris is.
Check it.
Yeah, he was knocking about here somewhere. Might be a little bit of water in Buff Pan, but I don't think so. So Irene, the squeaky or what's it, twittering, I suppose is the best description of the wild dog call. That's normally greeting or excitement around a kill or a carcass or greeting. So when wild dogs lose each other or looking for each other, they use that long whoo call, that woo, woo, woo.
Chitter, I think it's called. The other one.
Chittering.
Yeah.
Chittering, that's it. So because hyenas make a funny sound, or baby hyenas make a funny sound, which is called squittering. So I always get confused. Squittering is like whining when they whine for milk at the dens. It's probably one of the worst sounds. It's a horrible sound.
What does it sound
like? Like squeaking, but like high pitch and like a child throwing a temper tantrum. If we don't find, well, Yuka will definitely be checking this area this afternoon. I'm pretty sure there's a leopard who grabbed a diker in here somewhere.
This was a huge male leopard here about a year ago. The top end of
skittish or
well,
relaxed?
we were flying over with an helicopter and he was so big we thought it was a sleeping lion, but he was sleeping in an open area just on his side, lying in the sun. About 8 in the morning, but he was an absolutely huge Tom.
And quite pale.
We had a brief look at him, but yeah, it must be the same guy.
So we've got a big, very skittish from a vehicle
male.
And saying the mic is rubbing. Now we'll just change it quickly. It's spot. Let's do it that way, then it should be fine. Okay. Let me know if it still rubs, VM.
It's not wind coming over.
VM, let me know if that's good. Okay. Yeah, so we call him the pale male, but he's very skittish from a vehicle point of view. I've seen him more times on foot than I've seen him from a car. And the only time I've had a good sighting him from a vehicle is when I was so sometimes when I decide I'm tired of sitting in the office or working on a computer at home, I'll take the car out and I'll sit at one of the water holes, and so obviously if we can broadcast live, I can do my emails from my game viewer. So I go sit at one of the dams under a tree during the day and do my work there. And he didn't know I was sitting there quietly, and he came and he walked, and I had like 25 elephants in him.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Actually, you know what we might do? I think while we've got Anton's car here, there's a tree over the road. I see Anton's got a tow rope in his car. We just pull it out of the way. And then we can go look at the fresh poo, fresh wild dog poo. Well, it's a little bit less fresh now, but it was still slimy wet when we found it this morning.
quite a thick block this end. There's little
is,
spots for them to.
And it's so strange. Anton and I I've walked with the GPS and planned 2 roads through that block. But we're waiting for dry season.
To connect the roads.
For the grass to cut down, beat down a bit before we start making that new road.
Just to connect these 2 roads.
Yeah. So basically one that'll come off there just on the sort of western side of this little drainage system. Another one on the other drainage system. So it's basically a triangle. 2 drainage systems join where we were sitting there.
Yeah.
And then one straight up the middle. Because the Lions actually spend quite a lot of time in here. What is he caught? Looks like he's got he's gone. There's a hornbill. It looks like he's got a young bushveld plated lizard in his mouth. Have a look there. See him there, Marcel? There, the binoculars. Is he behind the branch? Big, actually it's just a giant grasshopper. It was so big I thought it might be a lizard, but lucky hornbill.
Lunch.
So if we find any wild dog tracks now, they're on top of our tracks. There's a lot of the sickle bush in here, which makes the off-roading quite challenging.
For driver and vehicle.
I've had, actually, following the wild dogs, they went to sleep, and trying to get out of here, I had 3 flats. BM had to bring me more tires from home. The thing is that could flop right here, just in the tiniest bit of shade.
Yeah, you won't see them.
I'm going to get myself a chainsaw for my birthday this year, and I can just cut the trees out when we see them. Pull over to the side and see if we can get Anton to go up ahead, and we just attach a tow rope quickly.
Pull this.
And pull it. Did Anton go that way? Do you have a rope? Hello, Roots! Hello, Roots! This is Ruger.
Brent, do you have mic back?
Oh, it's over there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot about my mic back. That's Ruger and Leonard. Leonard is the warden of this part of Baluli. Ruger is a very exciting dog. Okay, I'm going to try and move the knob thorn. So the last tracks in the dung are just on the other side of this tree. What's your dad doing, Rooks? Okay. See, it's just like
That on the or this end on the vehicle.
I'll hook this in on the vehicle. Yeah.
Okay, well then it's easy. Then I'll show you.
You just loop it and tie it.
Just do this thing.
Just make sure it's on. This thing. Hang on.
I'm going to guarantee if you just go a little bit further down here, you'll see the tracks on the dung in the road. So probably about 50-60 meters is where they turned off and headed east. Oh, thorns.
I'm gonna hook it. Yeah, Brett.
Yeah, good. This was definitely a naughty elephant. You can see how he had lots of fun feeding.
No, I wouldn't. I'd hurt you.
Just to give me the space behind me.
Right, this type of work is continuous on a farm or in the bush, especially when they're elephants. So the badge is small enough that we can drive around, but the other vehicles are not going to be able to go through this thick stuff. See there?
Yeah.
And that dung was shiny green when we found it.
Oh, the tracks are fresh, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I think we need to change Paint the Dog to Paint the Dog Reality instead of Paint the Dog TV.
TV, yeah.
Because this isn't TV, this is reality.
All the best plans often end up taking a lot longer than you think, and especially with dogs for some reason. How do you want to touch this now? Chop. How do you want to do it? Just tie a knot? Oh, you want to do that one?
So just the extra chain is there because it broke the other day.
Ah.
Because they put it on a sharp edge, so the baby chain broke. So the baby chain broke the other day, so I'm just sticking it on, make a new attachment for it. So once it breaks, we should be able to roll it out the road.
Yeah. Okay, Marcel, steer clear of cables pulling things. That's how people get hurt. Should be okay here. There we go. This is quite a sizable knob thorn. This is why I want to buy myself a chainsaw for my birthday. Because we could have chopped it into small enough pieces we could just pull away. So close. Oh, there goes the chain. That's why you never stand near a cable. You see how that thing flew. Yup. Then what I might do is put it straight on the cable.
Yeah, cable's probably
Yeah, I thought we'd just move it enough.
Yeah, but we're pulling it into the way we're pulling it now.
Yeah, as I said, that side would be able to pull it a bit better. Oh no, we got your leatherman on here. I think it's been bent slightly when it snapped.
Otherwise, I must just cut these branches off with my little saw, just enough to be free.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Okay.
I've got that little hand saw.
Oh yes.
We just cut these off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 branches.
Watch the electric fence behind you, Marcel, otherwise you're going to get a big shock. Otherwise this chain is going to become shorter and shorter.
If you remove branches, I'll cut.
Yeah. I got the short end of the stick. Although having nice gloves to do it, it's much better than doing it without gloves. Watch your head, it's gonna fall. Okay. Oh, sorry.
What do we do?
If we saw and then pull.
Saw and we break this piece off.
Yeah.
So you sort the cable out slow while
Sure.
I make a hole there.
Already.
Yeah. I'm not sure when this one. I haven't driven down this road for a while, so I only saw it this morning.
No, it's already been set for journey.
Has it?
Stabbing me. There we go. Oh, the tree's probably got a little weight on this. Oh, the tree's still on this probably.
Yeah, reality TV, proper reality TV. So I think I should get myself a chainsaw for my birthday this year. Just a little one. The only thing is can't let Kaya and Yuka use the chainsaw. Because I don't want to have to go to hospital.
Are they not to be careful? Oh, there's a little grab.
Ah, wood borer.
Already getting stuck in here.
Oh, what was that, Vim? Yeah, Vim still wants to know where our bow saw is. Okay.
Let's try and get to this.
I'm gonna try again. Put your feet there, Benno. Do you want to go straight onto the cable? Yeah. Maybe rather than a chain. Just.
And then it won't.
Yeah, because I don't think this chain's that strong.
No, this is our family.
Yeah.
It's not pulling trees.
Okay. Yeah, let's get clear again. Nearly. There we go. Well done, Lynn. Now comes the thorns.
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah. Got my laces. Yeah. This is just stuff's broken, yeah. Yeah. This thing will give you a friendly reminder. Try to roll it over. Hey, you want? Oh, you got gloves. You want? Yeah. No, I think it's too still fresh there. Wait.
You don't want to drag it a bit.
Yeah. Maybe. So close. Do my shoelaces before I fall on my face. Huh?
Pulling power at the lander. I think it's heavier than the lucky. Tight here, and it's so far
Yeah, I'll move the vehicle now. Do you want these, Lynn?
I'm on the vehicle that he does.
I'm just going to move the Badger quickly. Yeah, Marcel's with me. Yeah. I want to film the car pulling, more exciting than looking at us reversing. Here we go, here it comes. I'm gonna do more. Marcel, stay back from the cable. Amazing, little things like that. I actually haven't grown up on farms. Standard. Like, I've seen people stand over cables while people are trying to do stuff with them.
Yes, it's one way to lose your nads.
Yep. Okay, let's go. Move it. Much good. Thank you very much, sir. You could drop it. I don't know where your gloves go. I should get a pair of these for my car. It'll save me a lot. No, I want an electric one. I want a chainsaw. Okay. Let's try our last calling point next to the water.
I think temperatures are a bit high now, but we can probably a couple minutes left. Let's see what we.
Okay, so as I said, we are a little worried about temperatures. As you can see, the little bit of cloud cover we had in the beginning is long gone. It's turning out to be a proper Riga. He's excited at the stump.
The tree, the stump.
So Riga.
Jack Russell fashion.
Yes. Shaw is big friend. He comes around for play dates with Shaw. Big mates.
Really?
Yeah.
There we go. What's left of it.
Well, at least if Leonard drives over the fence, it's his problem.
That's his problem, yeah.
I'll give it a little push. Ooh, good driving. You're very lucky. Okay. We're gonna call right here. So the Dungan tracks are here. So we're gonna call, I think they're here somewhere. Even under that big knobthorn there. This is where the tracks went off east. Yeah. But there's all these Tambuti thickets up here. So it's just, let's go show everyone the dung, and then there's no one's driven over it. There it is, and that was slimy green this morning. Someone has driven over it accidentally. So that's the dung. So there's water here, there's thickets here, there's tracks going in both directions. Oh, where's my radio? Can hear it? Yeah, I'll grab it in a second. Let's just reverse back to where Grant is. Yeah, so last tracks are basically where Anton is going in there. Okay. Tracks went east. Water. That's what we're doing. We're going to play the calls from near the poop. Oh. My indicator was on. We lost our porcupine quill indicator. There was a quill that was over here. Karoo, oh, that's a good question. I mean, if dog packs are bombshelled by lions, or normally by lions, or they lose each other during a hunt, they'll keep calling during the crepuscular hours, so they're cool in the early morning and the late afternoon, until they find each other. So guys, unfortunately it's getting a bit warm now, and the dogs haven't reacted. I mean, there is a possibility they might have moved a little bit further than we thought after finding the tracks and dung. But that's one of the things that happens in conservation work. You can never guarantee anything with a wild animal, and particularly not when you're trying to put a collar on a free-roaming pack of dogs. And you can see how thick the bush is and how green, how high the grass is. Of course, this is by no means the end.
There it is. This is not the first time and not the last time I've been chasing after wild dogs to collar them, or Brent either.
Yeah.
But they're around.
They're around, and they're back, and the lions are gone, so there's a good chance that they should hopefully pop up later in this week, maybe even tomorrow or the next day. We'll all be on standby, and as soon as they do pop up, we'll be going live again. Thanks everyone for joining us, and again a big thank you to Connie and Christine for sponsoring the costs of collaring this pack. It is most appreciated by all of us.
Yeah, thanks to all the viewers for joining at crazy hours of the
morning. Yeah, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
But yeah, this is the reality of conservation, and we don't give up, we keep trying.
Yeah, well, we'll never give up. And practice your who calls, so next time we'll put you on Zoom and see if your who calls will be better than Grant's who calls. Vem should have bet you again. That's what I was just saying. The best way to make sure wild dogs respond to who calls is bet Grant that they won't come.
It's not going to work.
And thanks Ben for coming out, and a big thank you to Baluli Private Nature Reserve, to Ian Novak and to Leonard, and to obviously to the owners of Pridelands, Anton and Simone and John. It's been obviously very, very thankful that they let us operate and do these type of things on their land. So very exciting times, and we will get this pack. When? I cannot say, but as I said, make sure you've signed up onto the Painted Dog TV YouTube so you get a notification if we do go live. We can never plan exactly when we're going to go live with these type of things, as happened this morning. I thought I was going to have a sleep in. That didn't happen. We were chasing around trying to find the dogs. But yeah, hopefully next time we'll be a bit more successful. Anyway, this way it builds a little bit more suspense. Cheers guys.
Mm.